not. Why? Is it unreadable? It's come quite far.
No, it's perfectly legible, with some minor wine stains. The difficulty, Senor Vaca, is that we do not publish works of this nature.
This nature...
We publish prayer books and moral advice, religious tracts and responses to religious tracts, inspirational material.
Well, then in that case, my manuscript should suit your business well.
My father told me to tell you that it is a disgusting and heretical work of pure fantasy, the fruit of a disturbed mind, immoral and probably illegal.
Immoral? Is the truth immoral?
The truth? The things you write about are quite bizarre. My father was disturbed. He is taken to bed.
You? Are you disturbed?
Well, I am a modern woman, not disturbed by fairy tales.
Fairy tales?
I told you it would sell well as a story, a journey to the underworld, you know, a parable.
You are quite mistaken. It is no parable. I insist it is the gospel truth.
You insist? Well, then perhaps you are sick, or a drunkard.
My 1,000 words written on these pages tell a story of starvation, and suffering, and death.
Please, Cecil. Father's asleep and you are shouting. Just take your papers.
I apologize. You were the third print shop to refuse my work. My small family's fortune is quite spent.
Please, sit. Let me pour you wine.
They all say the same thing, you know. Outlandish details, no proof. How can I prove?
Well, it would be very difficult to prove that you, Senor, were once a conquistador who crossed the sea to a land you call flowery.
Florida.
Although an officer, you were abandoned by your ship.
Yes, and left stranded on the beach under attack.
And yet you walked home.
First, we put to sea in rafts while under attack.
We hoist flags and take possession of this land in the name of the King of Spain. I ask to be acknowledged as governor.
They began to shower arrows upon us, so that many men and horses were wounded. We could not turn and attack them, and they would hide in the lake and shoot at us from there.
All of the natives are great archers. I saw an arrow penetrate the base of a poplar tree for half a foot in length.
They appear as giants.
Governor, they seem to have spent all their arrows, so now is our time to move to the open water.
I am wounded, Vaca, and cannot run, and many of the horsemen are taking their leave.
You cannot leave us so They're good families. And
you must lead away to the sea. The only expedient is to build some sort of craft to leave the land.
We know nothing of building ships.
We have no tools, no iron, no oakum, no pitch.
No food for the journey?
Death in this country is our only prospect if we stay. Think it over.
We thought it over and decided it was the only choice. We would build rafts and thus head south and west to Mexico.
Esteban. Yes. Make a bellows of deerskin. We will forge out of stirrups and spurs, saws and hatchets and nails.
Of our shirts, we can make sails, and of the junipers, oars.
What are we gonna do about food?
Lead the horses. And we can raid into the villages of the natives for maize.
And we can flay the legs of the horses and tan the skins to make leather pouches.
Yes, yes. Hurry! Begin! We must put this to sea. It is our only course.
7 days on this troublesome sea, not one among us with the least knowledge of the art of navigation.
The water is only waist deep, yet where's the sign of the coast?
Every day our thirst and hunger increases, and our supplies are running out.
These water pouches that Geronti's made from the legs of the horses, they're rotten and useless.
Perhaps we should lose some people to lighten the load.
Governor! We can barely keep up. You have all the healthiest and strongest men. Throw me a rope so that we may follow.
We cannot. It is no small effort on our part alone.
It is barely possible for us to follow you. What do you command me to do?
I have no commands. It is no time for orders.
Seems like a perfect time for orders to me, sir.
Save yourself. It is all we can do. We're being swept out to sea.
Well, it is night, and only we two are left awake. Man is the raft.
Steer the craft alone. I fear I shall die tonight.
A storm approaches! You yet dead?
No, I feel fine. But I see a sandy coast through the waves.
Gently, a wave placed us on the shore. As we approached some rocks, we attempted to build a fire to toast some of our mates.
I found a footpath. I followed it to some huts, and I found some natives with bows and arrows that followed.
They followed you? They're here?
Yes, they're here, seated at some distance.
I count 100 native archers. There are more joining. They're tall.
Shall I parlay them, give them some beads and bells to save ourselves?
Okay. And what if they should kill him? And reject the beads and bells?
Then we should perish and never see the land of Christians again.
Look, at least we have land beneath our feet again. Although I begin to fear it's an island.
So, they took the gifts, and they think themselves very rich. By signs, they gave me to understand that they will provide us with fish and some roots.
We should leave.
I don't know which
They
I
will
fear
not
more.
tolerate us long.
This monstrous sea or the fearsome inhabitants of the land.
Well, either would devour
Let
us.
us put to sea at once. The tide is in.
Very well! Then lift the raft out of the sand into which it is sunk. Grasp hold of the oars. Do not let go. In one giant wave, we were thrust again on the same beach of the same island. Now without provisions, minus the 3 that were drowned.
The barge is overturned. We are lost.
Oh, no. I see the natives still at the shore. They're looking at us. They're weeping for our misfortune.
Lost. We have no raft, no supplies. Perhaps we should beseech the natives to take us to their dwellings.
No, I say, that would be unwise.
I've been to New Spain and I know the natives there. Once in their boats, they will sacrifice us.
What better choice do we have?
To press on to Mexico, to the land of Christians.
We must build another raft. We'll perish if we stay in this pagan land.
We must put to sea and return home.
We shall return! Dorantes, it shall be our sole objective, but the sea has repudiated our best efforts. We have no raft, no clothing. Take my word, we shall return, but not by sea, by land, and with the help of those natives.
What does he mean to do?
He's in despair and he's lost all reason.
I do not despair. I lead and trust in the Lord to protect us. Esteban, I beseech the natives to take us to their dwellings as guests.
Yes.
We approached a hut where they had built many fires for us. They began to celebrate and dance, but there was neither pleasure nor feast nor sleep in it for us, since
I expect we shall all be sacrificed.
I have an apprehension of butchery.
hey, Castillo, we are their guests.
Let's be friends.
I can learn your little language.
Let's be
I
friends.
can teach you some of mine.
Let's be
I
friends.
can teach you to eat properly.
Let's be friends.
We'd have a super time.
Let's be friends.
If you promise you won't kill me,
Let's be
that would
friends.
touch me deep inside.
Let's be
If
friends.
you won't fillet and grill me,
Let's be friends.
I would be quite satisfied. I know you don't know me, but there's no time to be shy. I won't tell you of mine. I'm really a great guy. I know I just met you, but favorites. Let's be friends. I'm considered quite a cat. Let's be friends. Under roofs made of ceramic. Let's be friends. And under roofs just made of fashion. Well, they took us in.
Yes, but as our guests are something more sinister.
Since they've arrived, some of our own have taken sick and some died. We must kill the ones who survive.
We're not the cause of the dying. We have no such power.
It's true. If they had such power, why would there remain but a few of them? Let them alone. They shall serve us, do our work, until they die of natural causes.
I know you don't know me, but there's no time to be shy. I won't tell you a lie. I'm really a great guy. Oh, I know I just met you. Let me be direct. I hope I am correct. I think that we connect. Let's be friends and just speak, and speak calmly. Let's be friends. Leave your weapons at the door. Let's be friends. We can work out an arrangement. Let's be friends. Scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. Friends. Let's be friends. Let's be friends. Let's be friends.
They didn't kill you? Surely so weak. And without your beads and bells to offer as gifts, you are without great use.
Well, we hastened to become of use. We made combs. Well, we also made bows and arrows, nets, matting of which their lodges are made, for they need liberty in order to be able to go in search of food.
We've become nothing but slaves.
They bring more hides to scrape.
One of the greatest luxuries we enjoyed was when they would bring us a hide to scrape and tan. We would scrape it deep in order to eat the parents. We had to eat any piece of meat which they gave us raw, for if we broiled it, the first native coming along would snatch it and eat it.
It is a shame you didn't bring back any of the costumes that you wore. You know, a feather or an exotic hat.
An exotic hat? The men of this country go naked. They perforate their nipples from side to side, and through this hole put a reed 2.5 hands long.
Ow. And the women? Are they also naked?
No, they cover themselves with bits of wool they get from the trees. And if you ask me if they were beautiful, I did not assess.
Not assess.
Well, the women do all the very hard work. Out of 24 hours a day and night, they get maybe 6 hours rest. They must spend all night stirring the fires to toast the roots which they eat, and during the day they have to bring firewood and water to their lodgings.
So you did not engage in relations or marriage?
With the Mariames? No. Every man has a recognized wife, and then the medicine men have 2 or 3, but slaves such as we were, no.
Well, you were quite deprived then of all but food.
Food? Spiders, ant eggs, worms, salamanders, serpents, vipers, the bite of which is deadly. The natives, in their hunger, eat all they can get of dirt, the bark of trees, the dung of deer, and drink. They make themselves drunk on this extract they make from the leaves when they toast it over the fire. They drink it as hot as they can stand, and then they shout, "Who wants to drink?" And when they shout this, all the women stand very still, and though they carry a heavy burden, they dare not move. "Who wants to drink?" For if they move, they believe an evil spirit gets in the liquor, which then enters their body, and they die.
Did they treat you well? You know, as we treat slaves in our own country.
They did not kill us. That is anything, but beat us almost daily from the start.
So, you watched your companions starve or be killed on this isle of misfortune. You suffered mistreatment. Why didn't you flee? I mean, that is the flaw in your tale.
We counted the days and the months of our captivity, but to flee...
You promised the men to return. Had you given up? Had your spirit been broken?
Perhaps. Perhaps I was broken, but I did not die, and I never gave up. Always, always, in my mind, I could see you. There's a house on the street where my feet once walked. Just past the flickering lamps, they're now lit up here. Up one step is the door to a house where I talked to a beautiful woman who has no idea that I'm here. Have you seen her? Have you seen her? Town overlooking the harbor between small hills. The travelers say it's a beautiful sight from the sea. Probably she's moved on, married a couple of kids. Probably she has completely forgotten about me. Have you seen her? Have you seen her? Have you seen her? Have you seen her? I've been waiting, I've been chased. There's no time to wait. Take a better me. Take me home, my girl, to see me. Have you seen her? Have you seen her? Have you seen her? Have you seen her?
We have been now in this Isle of Misfortune for over a year.
I can no longer stand to live this life I am compelled to lead. From the water I must pick out the edible roots, which cut my hands in many places. My fingers have become so tender that the mere touch of a straw causes them to bleed.
So we're supposed to spend the rest of our days as captives in a hostile land?
Well, we can't simply run away, can we? We cannot. The land around us, in leagues, in days of travel, it is beyond imagining.
The natives are skilled hunters. They would track us down on foot and drag us back to camp to beat or to kill. We cannot escape.
We cannot escape. Nor are we sure where to escape to. We have to do something. Strength and spirit is at an ebb. I must find a way to move about the land and liberty.
No. Look, listen, only the traders to Vaca between the Marianes and the Agavares can travel undisturbed.
Then traders we shall become.
Traders?
Yes, we shall better our condition a little by trade, by moving from tribe to tribe. Yes!
Oh, yes. If we become traders, we can travel unhindered. Yes, they'll give us food. They'll leave us alone. We can travel unhindered.
And what shall we trade? Sand for dirt? Lice for worms?
My stock consisted of pieces of seashell, with which they cut a beam used in their feasts and ceremonies. These I would take inland in exchange for red ochre, which they painted their faces and hair. Flint for arrow points, glue, tassels from the hair of deer.
This trade suits me well. We're free to come and go as we please.
Yes, I am no longer a slave. Okay.
Nearly 6 years I spent thus in the country, among them and eating their food. But still, our life was not good. We would subsist for months on nothing but the tunas, the cactus fruits. And when we were not battling our hosts, we were battling mosquitoes. There were 3 kinds of mosquitoes, all very bad and troublesome. We would build fires of damp, rotten wood. They didn't produce much flame, but lots of smoke. Hiding from the heat and weeping from the smoke, we would run down to the coast, where there were more mosquitoes.
There's sand in the bottom of my shoe. Sand in the bottom of my shoe, ho, ho, ho. Having problems protecting, having problems connecting, having problems collecting with you. Smoke's always blowing in my eye. The smoke's always blowing in my eye. Having problems with seeing, having problems agreeing, having problems with fleeing many tries. Sleeping in the open many nights, suffering from big mosquito bites. Dig a pit, crawl into it, retire. Wake up with your hair on fire.
I would dig a hole in the sand and build about it 4 fires crosswise, and then cover myself with long grasses to stay protected from the cold. When the fires would burn down, it would fall on the grass. The grass would burn so rapidly that it would light my hair on fire.
Sand in the bottom of my shoe, hoo, hoo, hoo. Sand in the bottom of my shoe, hoo, hoo, hoo. Having problems collecting, having problems connecting, having problems protecting you. Sand in the bottom of my shoe, hoo, hoo, hoo.
I still have the marks on my forehead, you see?
It is a scar. You fell from a mule in the road.
It is a scar from burning sticks, from sleeping in a smoky pit.
Of course.
Then what is the point of do not these extraordinary details have something of the ring of truth?
Or an intricate madness.
And what is the point of talk? I thank you for the wine. I will take my words which you spit on.
I did not spit upon them. You mistake my doubt for contempt. I speak only for a skeptical public. I apologize. In earnest, please continue your tale.
Well, I hesitate to continue with this interrogation. What I must tell you next, your father would call the work of the devil in human form.
Indeed. Well, then this I must hear.
It may seem like the devil's work, but it was our path to salvation. We wanted to flee, but we had no guide, no protection. There are no roads, only swamps and snakes and enemy tribes. One day, while we were in despair, Castillo was pressed into a strange new service.
To Vaca! To Vaca! I don't know what to do. They want me to perform a service.
To gather wood, scrape hides, or pull roots.
Perhaps they want him for unnatural vices.
They did ask me to perform a task strange to my inclinations. They've got this woman in a sickly fever, and they're asking me to cure her.
You must heal with your breath and your hands, and this heated stone.
I take it for a jest.
We don't understand how to cure.
We all have this power. Even I. You who are stronger men surely have greater power.
No, I have no power to heal nor to harm.
He can do nothing for this woman.
You must. None of you shall eat until you do.
What shall I do?
You have little choice.
There is danger, Vaca. If I fail, They will become angry.
Okay, but if you succeed, perhaps they will do us some favors. So just make the sign of a cross and recite an Ave Maria and breathe on them and pray to God for help.
I commend you to my Lord.
I'm cured.
Bring them food and hides and other small things. My head is sore also. I beg for relief.
Okay. I commend you to my Lord.
The pain is gone. I shall go to my abode and return with a piece of venison.
These people are paralyzed and ill. Can you cure them? We offer bows and arrows as well as tunas and venison.
There'll soon be so much meat we won't know where to put it.
Yes, but I'm afraid, Vaca, especially in these dangerous and difficult situations. I'm afraid that my sins may interfere and prevent the cures from being effective.
Then we'll all become great healers, even Esteban. We can perform this pantomime as good as you.
I'm the trekker of long treks. I'm the chewer of insects, the survivor of shipwrecks. I'm the eater of plant roots. I'm a hiker without boots. I'm an eater of plant shoots. Maybe I can't cure your pain. I can't command the sun and the rain. Underneath this mud is a lie. I'm just a regular guy. Maybe I can't cure you at all. Make the raindrops fall. I can't breathe fire or fly, and I won't even try.
See the people around him weeping.
Yes.
His fury is dead.
His eyes are turned up. He's without pulse. He has all the signs of lifelessness.
Just show us your method and look on in earnest.
I'm survivor of cold nights. I'm the scratcher of bud bites, the watcher of bird flights. Do it again. I'm the climber of thin trees. I'm the crawler on skin knees. I'm the strong and weak breeze. Maybe I can cure your pain. I can't command the sun and the rain. Underneath this mud is a lie. I'm just a regular guy. Maybe I can't cure you at all. Make the raindrops fall. I can't breathe fire or fly, and I won't even try. I can't breathe fire. I can't breathe fire. I can't breathe fire or fly, but I might as well try.
You healed. With your breath, you raised the dead.
God healed and used us merely as his implements. Faith is strong with these people, for they have little else.
How do you explain
I
it?
cannot explain the ways of God, except to say that he gave us our path to freedom.
So your role of doctor was your path to liberty?
We were elevated in their esteem. We had companions and followers, wives, if we chose. And only Esteban took that route. We were free to stay or to go home.
We now have our means.
Yes, 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 yes. The natives now think us wise and we can travel as we please.
I agree, there's never been a better opportunity.
What, to run into the scrub and be hunted like deer?
Castile, we need not run, we shall walk and be well guided.
Yes, and listen, we are now medicine men. We can travel about unhindered.
We are no longer slaves.
Look, see, we walk, unhindered, as Esteban predicted.
But lo, look behind us. There's a great clamor, many natives.
The crowd increases. They need to set up on us.
No, they do not. As a matter of fact, they are here to accompany us on our journey to the south.
Accompany us?
Yes, those who were once our captors, they are now our companions.
Companions? Nay, they are supplicants. They follow us. We lead them.
We reached a village of 100 huts, where the natives crowded about us, shouting frightfully and slapping their thighs.
What are these things?
Yes, a gourd. That's a gourd. It is filled with pebbles. It's a ceremonial object of great importance. The natives say it comes from heaven. The river carries it down from the north. Do not tell them that.
So great was their excitement and eagerness to touch us that they crowded about us, nearly squeezing us to death. And without suffering our feet to touch the ground, they carried us off to their abodes.
There is a new custom among the natives. They're taking away the bows and the arrows and the shoes and the beads from the newly sick.
And the newly healed steal from the next village, leaving us each time with more baubles than we can carry.
Yeah.
I'm almost ill from all this venison we've gorged upon.
The people, they keep coming. They say they are cured. I do not see that anyone has been cured. They say they are cured.
Despite the strange work, we are traveling well.
Yeah, we walked and we healed, and we walk on.
We've gone many leagues to the south.
Perhaps we will not perish in this wasteland after all.
We must not stop while this strange luck continues.
It has become very tiresome to have to breathe on and bless every morsel that they eat. Tuna, spiders, worms, there are more than 3,000 of them. We cannot keep this up.
Yeah, well, take heed, Durantes. We are now closer to Mexico City than we have been in 6 long years.
Yes, but these crowds, they clamor and they act unruly. And they only increase.
Yes, I know, but now they are our allies.
Allies for now. Until one becomes sick or dies in our care, they become unconvinced of our charade.
Is that another village in the horizon? What is this strange noise that greets us?
Oh, those who are in our company, they travel ahead, they plunder the villages of the natives ahead of us, leaving nothing.
Ooh, I dread that this behavior might cause trouble. If we dare not interfere and punish the transgressors.
punish them when only one takes from the other? I'm indifferent.
Well, tell them we are sorry they are so mistreated.
She says not to worry. Further along, they will repay themselves from other natives.
See, they have their own justice.
Yes. She continues to say that she's content, they are content to save affairs, so long as we continue to cure.
She walks with a strange gait. Is that the ailment?
Yes, evidently everyone in the village has the very same malformed foot.
We cannot heal an entire village. Let us go around and avoid them.
Yes, he is right.
We'll ask her if there's another way around the village.
Yes, she says there is another way. There's a direct path to the sea, and from there, a rapid way down south. And she will take us there, but only if we can heal her foot, which is missing toes.
Well, a rapid way south. Tell her to take us to the Christians.
Yes, we can follow the coast and live off of the people.
Look, I must consider. Just do what you can for the injury, and then we'll make progress.
Get your stones and heal her.
Replace absent toes? This is beyond me, I'm afraid.
We need not replace the toes. We merely let her think that we replaced the toes and succeeded.
Or convince her that 2 toes is the proper number for a foot.
This I will not do.
You're an unreliable actor. Watch me heal her. Give me the gourd.
Let's use a stone. Cordial.
Father, Son, Lord.
Oh, sorry.
Maybe I can cure you at all. Make the raindrops fall. I can't breathe fire or fly, and I won't even try. I can't breathe fire. I can't breathe fire. I can't breathe fire or fly, and I won't even try.
The native woman expressed some disappointment, and she went into the village to tell everyone of your failure.
This bodes ill. My luck has changed.
I don't know what happened. I breathed on the foul thing. Vaca, look, we have... I have left a 2-toed foot ungraded.
And the village has been alerted. Now we must flee.
Well, this is what I thought would happen. We must flee, and quickly, but we shall not go south. We should go west, towards the mountains.
Oh, west.
But the path to the coast is here.
No. We must not go west. The natives say we'll get there. Listen, there's no fresh water, there's no food.
No question, we must take the path.
I do not trust the peoples of the coast. They are warlike and have no use for us but as slaves. Do you not remember how they tricked and attacked us?
Of course I remember how they tricked and attacked us. My mouth is bitter as I recall the punishment and the threats of death. But these people, our allies, they
We
say...
cannot continue to heal these crowds. They will turn on us, as you have said. God has blessed us countless times, but he's begun to falter. Trust me, we will take only the natives who are the most true, and we will travel to the western mountains.
Vaca, this is foolish.
They will not follow.
Then let them remain. Let only the most true, the most loyal come with us. Those that want to pillage and plunder can stay behind. Now come.
We will follow. But if we perish, the fault lies with you.
Slowly we'll be edging to the tree.
days.
I can count as well as you, Durantes.
My feet are no longer going to be able to walk.
The remaining natives, they've taken sick to Vaca. They think that you can kill them merely by thinking of it. They beseech you not to procure any more of their numbers.
Is it still that we have no such power?
But we mustn't do that either. We mustn't do that, because then they will abandon us altogether.
They'll set upon us.
And Vaca, they beg to be allowed to return to the coast.
Allowed? I do not hold them. Let them go. We shall travel to the mountains. I can see them in the distance. They cannot be far.
Oh, they're far. Mountains appear close, but they're far.
Goodbye, coastline, goodbye, sandy graves. Goodbye, people who made me a slave.
Walk away and don't ever look back. Look back and you'll incite them to attack.
No longer walk. I will decorate these rocks with my bleached bones.
I will leave you, Durantes. I am reluctant.
I cannot follow. I will not follow.
Very well. Esteban, you must come.
No! I wish to return to the coast with the natives.
You want to stay here to settle with them. You don't wish to go home to Spain.
Spain? Spain is not my home. There I am a slave.
Goodbye, then. My feet must continue on.
I will come to Vaca. I fear to stay. Durantes has been glancing at me with hunger as of late.
Very well, let us walk.
Yes, let us march through this forsaken land.
Forsaken now, but perhaps one day filled with streets and markets and places to eat.
Unlikely, although your words do conjure images into my mind. In the valley below, I see a village of mud, bustling with commerce.
We share in this fantasy, Castillo. I see homes and dwellings of a more permanent nature.
The apparition continues. I now see a man clothed, painted deerskin.
We have come far. We need food and water.
He seems well fed. In the distance, I see stacks of harvested maize and bins of beans.
In the east, we are great healers.
He doesn't answer. Perhaps this is a race of mutes?
We do not share a common tongue.
His eyes do have a glint of hostility. And the crowd now gathers that knows our reputation not.
Show them the gourd. We have a gourd.
He doesn't acknowledge the gourd.
It has to still have some value.
There's something around his neck which he would give us in return?
I do not want trinkets, only food. Fish heads, scraps.
But the Vaca, look closely.
Unless it is a necklace made of meat, I do not care.
It's fashioned of metal and man-made, I'm sure of it. Silver buckle from a sword's belt, and in it sewn a horseshoe's nail. It could only be
Christian!
Christian! Yes!
From Spain!
Yes!
Durantes! Esteban!
Esteban!
Come help us! Esteban!
Esteban!
Ask him, hold on, ask him the origin of the buckle and the nail.
Yes, he says it has come from heaven.
Like our gourd.
But who brought it from heaven?
Some bearded men with lances that came down to the village. They killed 2.
I'm sorry, but where did they go?
No, he says they disappeared into the sea. They threw their lances into the sea. They disappeared into the sunset.
They've come by sea for exploratory purposes only and now have gone.
Perhaps they have gone. And again we find ourselves forsaken.
Such is our luck.
No. They've not gone. In fact, they return. Yes, they return. They strike often with their lances. They burn the villages. They scatter the women and the children. They take the men away in chains.
Slave traders.
Yes.
Slave traders, priest soldiers, I do not care. Tell them to take us to the land of Christians.
He says he will not do that. He says there's a state of war between them. that there will be blood spilled. He wonders what you want with them, Devon.
Because we are Christians.
He does not agree. He says that we come from where the sun rises, they come from where the sun sets, that we cure the sick, they murder the living.
We cannot explain.
What manner of animal is this? Some new class of barbarian?
Savages without a scrap to hide their nakedness.
As Christians, we're saved.
This one has learned to speak a Christian tongue.
A trick. I've heard of birds who can speak the language.
We are not birds, we are men. From the Narvaez expedition. We were stranded on the beach. Many hardships have we suffered.
They are all strange. The skin is red and shedded and like out of a snake.
We were attacked by the natives and taken captive. We've been here 7 years.
They're in the company of natives who are not our allies.
They look to do us harm. We should beware.
But we're Christians like you. We're none of these people.
These natives are my friends and followers, but I assure you, I am a Christian.
This beast pretends kinship.
It is a ruse. They mean to smash our heads against the rock.
Indeed.
They know us not. They mean to harm us.
Why so changed?
Wait! My kinsman, before blood is spilt, you do not know us. You do not recognize your native tongue, but I admit my story sounds strange. Don't know what I'm talking about. It's alright. Nobody knows. Don't know what I'm talking about. It's alright. Nobody knows. I admit that my story seems crazy. I admit that my story seems mad. But I tell you that my story is legitimate. It is gripping, yes, it really draws you into it. Geographical, but also intermittently sad. Don't know what I'm talking about. It's alright. Nobody knows. Don't know what I'm talking about. It's alright. Nobody knows. No one's ever traveled like we did. No one's ever made it back on their own. First the native tried to kill us just for practice. Gave us shelter, then they turned and they attacked us. We endured it and we walked over 1,000 miles home. Don't know what I'm talking about. It's alright. Nobody knows.
Perhaps it is true. Perhaps he is a Christian. Much debate.
By the savage company he keeps.
Savage company, you do not know their ways.
We know their ways. They run and chase.
And jerk at the end of a chain.
To Vaca, the natives, they are getting agitated. They mean to set upon the Christians with clubs.
No.
I'm a little sympathetic.
Now, there shall be no more bloodshed. I give you peace between the natives and the Spanish overlords.
You far exceed your power.
There will be no more taking of captives. You may return home to your mountains. And you we give safe passage through the lands now hostile to you.
Indeed.
Safe passage.
We accept this offer. We shall not enslave the natives or loot the village.
Very well, then take us home. No one's ever traveled like we did. No one's ever made it back on their own. First the natives tried to kill us for practice. Gave us shelter, then they turned and they attacked us. We endured it and we walked over 1,000 miles home. Don't know what I'm talking about. It's alright. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. Nobody knows. Esteban, tell the natives we will see them in heaven.
Well, I think that their heaven may be in a different place. So I told them that we will see them in heaven, and that we will protect them, as we go along, our allies of these many years.
I will speak to the governor on their behalf.
Good.
No, let us make haste.
And on we went to Mexico, where they received us well, though we could not bear to wear clothing or sleep except on the bare ground for days. And eventually I crossed the sea, bearing nothing but these words scrawled on this parchment soon to be forgotten.
They will not be forgotten.
No.
No. When my father puts your words into his press, your tale will be told again and again.
You will print my manuscript.
We shall. With our new machine, we shall make a dozen copies. But perhaps you could add a few words, an explanation, perhaps, of why you, of all, were spared by God.
I know not, except that I can put these words to paper, to hope that somehow someone would read this strange tale of an ancient land and forgotten people. To hope that in the distant future, in the year 1600, school children will learn the long, strange journey of Alvar Nunez Cabeza de Vaca.